Hi and welcome to sunny San Francisco. I'm here today at AMD's Advancing AI event. I'm joined by no other than AMD's Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Mark Papermaster. Mark, thanks for joining me today. It's great that you could make some time to talk to our audience. We've had some really significant announcements today from AMD with regards to our AI portfolio, our partnerships, and our software. What excites you the most about the announcements today?
Well, Breen, today was such a fun day for us at AMD because we not only announced advancements in our portfolio, our new CPU for the data center, Turin, 5th generation EPYC. We announced our next advancement in our AI roadmap with the MI325. But moreover, we announced enhancements to our networking that put this all together, put both of those two products to make the best AI accelerator for inferencing in the industry and fantastic training capability. And we announced the progress that we've made on our software stack and the progress that we've made with partners. And it's actually just incredible when you think about our announcement of Instinct, our AI data center GPU product in December of 2023. Here we are in October, and we are just in production workloads across a broad set of applications. That's exciting. It's a proud day for us at AMD.
It certainly is a proud day. And you touched on something that I think we both agree on, that software is key to unlocking the value of AI as we go forward. I want to touch on the word open. Open is a word that we use a lot in AMD with regards to our strategy and the role of open source, indeed, with the advancement and acceleration of AI. Can you maybe share your thoughts on how important open sources and open ecosystems are to AMD's strategy and to the industry as a whole?
Well, it's actually personal for me. I mean, if you look at where our focus has been and what we've been doing, the whole transformation at AMD, it has been about bringing competition back to the industry and doing it in such a way that we're creating an open ecosystem. And so there's several parts of that, and they come together and they create an incredible momentum for us with our partners. And the facets are, before you even get to the technology, we have a culture that's open and collaborative. So that's actually foundational for us. So the way that we partner with others is very deep. We listen. We take action when we get feedback from our customers. Actually, that came out at our Advancing AI event today from our partners on stage with us. So that's foundational, is the way that we are open and we collaborate. And then the way that we put solutions together, if you look at our hardware solutions that we showcased today, every one of them is taking advantage of open standards that we helped partner with others and lead the way into how do you interconnect these high performance standards. How do you create a competition to InfiniBand with Ultra Ethernet consortium that brings all the capabilities of high performance and the kind of congestion management you need for that traffic for this high performance AI, and we're doing it open standards. And we showed our first network product that will be the first adopter of that open standard. So there's a whole hardware element that allows us to really partner and give customers choice. They're not locked into any one solution, and they can mix and match so that, as Lisa always says, there's no one size fits all with these high performance computing, these high performance AI applications. We will give the most flexibility to get the right solution to the right challenge with that kind of configurability with our partners. And then software. We know that we have a race to bring ourselves to be competitive in leadership in software. And so, again, it's our heritage at AMD to open source. Our ROCm stack for AI has been open from its inception. And so we are partnering with the community. And it's incredibly powerful. And we get tremendous feedback. And so when you think about how is it that we announced this product, MI300X for AI, in December, and again, we have all of these applications running, absolute real, business dependent workloads that are in production now. We couldn't have done it without the community.
I think, and let's touch on the community as well, because I think an important aspect of that community are the developers. We've seen in previous technology transformations over the years with the advent of the PC and the internet and cloud and HPC, how the developer is central, if you will, to unlocking the accelerated value of that technology. Is it the same for AI? And do you think developers are an important audience, if you will, to accelerate success in AI?
I don't think people realize, Breen, the critical role that developers play for AI to reach its promise. And why do I say that? Well, you think about where the progression has been to date. It's been on these frontier models, these massive models, and it's been the type of ChatGPT, Gemini, and the rest, where these large language models and then that spoken interface allow us to all get access to high performance computing, high performance AI. But what happens when AI needs to be built into almost every application that we have at work or in our personal lives? Because that is what's going to happen. That's developers tailoring AI to bespoke tasks. That's a generation of agentic AI where you're putting different types of models together and you're having to tailor them to help productivity of a given task. So all of us, I think, realize we're at this inflection point where AI, to serve real productive, enhancing purpose, it's right upon us. And the reality will be delivered by creating a vast ecosystem of developers. And again, that's where we feel with our open source platform, we're there. And you look at what we announced today is our partnership with Clem and Hugging Face, over 1 million open AI models available to developers. We're founding member of PyTorch, the most widely used development platform. It's fully open. I mean, so we are committed, and we are seeing right now that the inflection point with the development community will bring AI to the masses.
I think you're right, Mark, and I think the other aspect of it is, our job or our duty, if you will, in the industry is to make it easy for developers to use our platforms. And just on that, what are we doing that's unique in the industry to help developers have a better experience, if you will, with our technology?
Well, what we do, our developers, first of all, being open source is actually is a great thing for our developers because they can tailor the workloads. They can understand deeply within the code how we're optimizing, and they can help give us feedback, and we can partner with them to improve the code base. But beyond that, the fact that we are creating an ecosystem not just with software, but giving them a plethora of platforms, hardware platforms that are tailored for what sits under your desk, what's actually in your laptop with a Copilot PC, what's embedded in your healthcare device that you're going in for examinations. The fact that we have a portfolio, hardware and software, that enables AI from the cloud to the edge to PC and embedded devices means that we're helping the developers with one software stack cover cloud to endpoints, and we are committed to partner with them and our open source base to speed their path and bringing solutions to bear.
And we're getting loads of feedback today from that community because a lot of them are here today, yes, and they're excited to support us. Mark, I have one final question for you, and it'd be remiss of me not to ask you this as the CTO of AMD. Let's talk about the future for a second. What's the next focus for AI, and what's around the corner? What should we expect from AI over the next 12 months to 18 months?
Actually, what's going to happen is over the next 12 to 18 months, so on that near end, what you're going to see is a lot of learning as to how to tailor models to be efficient. How do you actually get that AI PC that you have today? It's got the engine, it's got a development base, but how do you figure out what tasks it can do best? How do we write the code, the applications, and figure out where it can actually provide the most productivity to you and I? So there's a lot of learning over the next 12 to 18 months at what applications are lending themselves to give the biggest productivity gain, to really help us fundamentally in our lives. And then when you look beyond 12 to 18 months, I will tell you it will all be about efficiency. We're going to bring AI computation at lower and lower power, more tailored models with less parameter size. They'll be more efficient. And what we're doing at AMD is we're advancing that technology in an annual cadence to help our ecosystem be incredibly efficient and deliver more computing so that AI can be even more productive.
Well, on that note, I want to say thank you, Mark, for taking time to talk to me. It's been a wonderful experience as always, and we look forward to many more discussions in the future. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.